I go cut my coat oversize this year. I know I carry chair just to I carry chair. And if the tables not on me, I go change the chair. It's in the talk, I don't care.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here. We are so excited to have you here. You're welcome to Fun Quest 2026 Q1's webinar, and we are so excited to have everybody here. We thank you for taking time to join us here. So, before we start, I would like us to know that this is Fun Quest, a finance house licensed by CBN and promoted by Augusto and Co. My name is Kwebiola Bukola Esther. Kwebe Bukola Esther is a finance professional with experience in treasury operations and financial institutions within the Nigerian financial service. I am an associate of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers with a solid foundation in capital markets, investment principles, and financial regulations. With an academic background in economics and hands-on industry experience, I bring a disciplined, analytical, and results-oriented approach to financial management and strategic execution. Thank you. And we move on to the next. Our speaker for today, we have Olorunshola Awolola. He is a business strategist, innovation leader, and marketing communication expert with nearly 2 decades of experience across financial services, prop tech, asset management, and corporate communication. He's an assistant director at Blue Bob and group head strategy and innovation, where he oversees corporate strategy, innovation, data management, and corporate communications. Previously served as COO of at Violet, leading organization strategy, product development, market intelligence, and expansion into the new African market, while overseeing revenue growth, customer experience, and strategic partnerships. His career also includes senior roles at Blackwood Asset Management, FundQuest, and Sterling Bank, where he lead marketing, procurement, customer experience, and corporate transformation. So, Mr. Wolola is here to assist us and shed light on our finances. Basically, many of us, we are not many, some of us are earning salary, some of us are salary earners, we are business owners, income, we are basically generating income, but some of us are just generating this income. We don't know how to grow it, we don't know how to make money with money. I know most of us have heard you can make money and you cannot grow money. So Awolola is here to help us on that light, shed more light on how we can, lock in this 2026. Let's welcome Mr. Wolola with clap emoji on the group chat while he takes the floor. Thank you. And let me see your clap emojis as he's
Thank
in the floor.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Oluwa
Mr. Wolola,
Bukola. Thank you and good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Please confirm you can hear me clearly and audibly before I proceed.
yes,
Bukola,
I
can
can
you
hear
confirm you
you.
can hear
Please,
me
if you, have,
clearly and
if you can hear Mr. Wolola, please let him know.
okay,
So
thank you. I just want to be sure we all can hear me. So I'll be sharing my screen now and I'll be speaking to financial secrets for young Nigerians in 2026. But trust me, this is going to be beyond 2026, and everything we'll be discussing is going to be more like a lifestyle change. If you permit me to use that, it's going to be a lifestyle change for every one of us and all. So, okay, quick one. Let me go back to the presentation. So I'll be speaking to financial secrets for young Nigerians in 2026. And like I said earlier, trust me, this is going to be beyond everything we'll be discussing is going to be more like a lifestyle change beyond 2026. Getting into it, there's a trending song. I'm sure we all know. We'll have either heard it on Instagram or TikTok. I will cut my coat oversized this year. It's been trending. We have John Jazzy, Brother Shaggy, everybody jumping on the trend and all. Trust me, for 2026, I will cut my coat oversized this year. Audacious dream. That is the goal. We are going to be audacious in our goal. What we've not been doing before, that we're being conservative, we'll be bullish about everything. Very fantastic idea. But trust me, big dreams are good, but growth without structure is very dangerous. Same thing with our finances. Big dreams, oh, I need to buy a car this year. I need to, get into real estate, get properties, fantastic big dreams. Overthinking is good. Oversight spending without planning is risky. The same way you want to, achieve your dreams financially without planning, it is risky and it is almost a non-success even before you get started. Growth capacity, lifestyle inflation, upping up our lifestyle is a fantastic thing to do. Yes, I'm being conservative. I want to enjoy myself, go to all the restaurants in Lagos or in Nigeria, whichever way it is. But without proper planning, trust me, it is going to be a dangerous game going into 2026. Now, let's get into the integrity of this. Why do many of us stay broke? Young professionals, I'm an entrepreneur, I earn salary. Why do we stay broke? To be honest, it is not our income that is the problem. It is our lifestyle and our behavior that is the major problem to us staying broke. I earn on the 15th, I earn on the 25th, or whichever way it is. Oh, my customer paid me for a transaction or paid me for a business. I already got my revenue. But the lifestyle we live and the behavior towards our finances is the major reason why we stay broke. Trust me, you got a promotion or you got a big gig or you got a big contract, and the first thing you do is to change your lifestyle. Social pressure, black tax. And black tax is very big in this setting, in the African setting. If you understand what I mean. Oh, you are the first daughter, you are the first son, I've trained you. It's now left for you to train your siblings, even if they are 15. You know, uh, oh, your parents are old, this guilt tripping of I took care of you, sent you to school. So there's a reason for you to, I should be the first person to earn from any income that you made. Also, for the fact that we have no systems, only vibes. There's this thing we also say, just vibes and inshallah, I will rough it, I will survive. No systems, only vibe. The problem is not income. It is what the income does to us and how you manage your income. Now, let's get looking into how is wealth really built. There's a system for it. Trust me. You can't jump from income, earning it, to enjoyment, which is what a lot of us do. And that's one of the reasons why we stay broke. Many people will jump, you will jump from that I've earned from my income, I got a big contract, I've collected my salary, and straight into lifestyle, the lifestyle we want to live. But trust me, money will leak. Money will leave you alone. It follows a sequence. And this is more like a basic 5 steps of that sequence. Once you earn it, you need to control it. Controlling it is you do having proper management. We'll see that in subsequent slide, how we manage our money. Next is growth. You need to invest your money. You need to make your money work for you. Leverage, amplify it. Oh, I've done my first form of savings, my first form of investment, and the next thing is you want to start enjoying. No, you need to make that money work more to bet more money before you get to the stage of freedom and you now begin to enjoy it. Let's look at some practical example. Two same people, same age, same income, but different responsibilities. Trust me, your lifestyle journey to wealth is totally different. Someone with a trust fund is not on the same wealth journey as someone that supports parents, siblings, black tax, or whatsoever it is from the same monthly income. You are both on different journey. I'll give you a practical example. When I was in banking some few years back, I used to have a line manager, a full manager with a status car. At the end of the month, he still gets allowance from his own father. This is a full manager in the bank that still gets earning from his own father because he has a trust fund. His father still gives him money, allocation and all. Compare that with the same person, another person on the same level that is the one primarily responsible for all the expenses in his family, in his extended family. Two same people, same income, same level, but different lifestyle journey. So we need to also understand what works for you. What works for one doesn't work for other. And that's the reason why we need to understand behavior, social pressure, that we don't need to succumb to these things. Next step is budgeting And trust me, budgeting is not a punishment. It is proper planning. And you need to budget for everything. Oble, let it have a budget. The urgent 2K that you give to people, let it have a budget. Even the I'm buying things from the supermarket, oh, you can leave the change. Let it have a budget. Trust me, every single thing you do in a month have proper budgeting. This includes the gifts, the outing, family support, and black tax. Black tax is big. Everything you do, ensure you have a strict budget and budget that you follow. What does that do for you? You tell your money where to go. Your money is not who or what will tell you where it wants to be, but you'll be the one to decide where your money goes to. Budgeting empowers you. It helps you allocate your funds intentionally. And it also helps you to say no. There are people that want to tax you, want to ask you, will be able to say no if you're out, if your budget is exhausted for that. Rather than you wondering what happens to your money and you're checking your alert at the end of the month. Once you're done with budgeting, next is save first. And you need to save or you stay broke. It's like a principle. Save or stay broke. And for me, I'm of the principle that you need to save at least 20 to 50% of your income. You will say, hey, in this Nigeria, also let me bring this up. There's this other song that trended around December. Life is for the living, but cost of living wants to kill the living. You understand? Life is for the living, but cost of living wants to kill us. You're telling me to save 50% of my salary. But trust me, if you do proper budgeting and you know exactly what your expenses are going through, and you manage and you are strict with your budget, you will have a good savings. Prioritize savings. And trust me, again, first thing you should do is to save first. You are not to save after you've paid all your bills and all your expenses. Take a percentage that you have agreed with yourself that you believe is good enough. Save it. Then work your expenses around what is remaining. You will be surprised that you'll be prudent with your savings, you'll be prudent with your expenses and your income. If you want to save after expenses, there will be nothing left to save. Let's move on. We've looked at, budgeting. We started with looking at what are the reasons why we stay broke. We look at budgeting. We look at the reason why we need to save. But now we are saved. But saving is not wealth. If you are saving, you can never be wealthy. That's another principle. You need to move from savings to investment. You recall when we started, we look at the five principles. You need to save, you need to earn, save, and amplify. We are at the stage of amplification now. Savings, you train your savings into investment. And this is where companies like FrontWest comes in, different form of investment options available. I'm sure we'll see them during this session. Other entities like Blackout too, that we know that are credible in the market, that will help you manage, your portfolios and all that. Other options of saving, we look at the money market, capital market. But let's break this down quickly. Treasury bills, when you talk about the money market or preserving your capital and all. Yes, low risk, almost no risk, because this is what the government-backed form of investment. We have apps that do this. We have companies that do this that you can speak to. That's easy investment, easy going, easy go out. Same with capital market. But for me, I very big in other options like investment companies because you'll be able to manage your funds better. You have a face-to-person, a person that more like your portfolio manager and all. Another option is real estate. Real estate is very big. Thank God for, I would say maybe inflation, which is one of the good things that is done. And thank God for infrastructure. We have people around that have properties around the new coastal road that is being built, the Lagos Calabar coastal road. Value of their properties is 2x, 3x already, just because of this infrastructure. And we have also the people that will tell us, oh, if you're going to buy a land, buy it anywhere, buy here, buy there, it will appreciate. But before you do that, ensure you buy it where you will be getting value. Digital assets is another form of investment. I'm sure a lot of us are experts here when we look at the types of cryptocurrency, tokenized account, and all that. But just also make sure you manage your risk. Lastly, on this, I would say your money must work harder than you do. If you are working harder than your money, there's a problem. You are not on your journey to wealth. Next thing I also need us to consider quickly is if your money grows slower than inflation, you are already losing. Inflation is what we call the silent thief. You need to beat the rate of inflation in any form of investments that you are doing, in any form of returns that you are expecting. If your money is not growing, you are losing money already. Inflation will quietly reduce your purchasing power. Something a tweet trended some few days ago. A lady bought some set of items in 2020 for less than 21,000. Going to the supermarket to buy the exact same items in 2026, she was spending over 134,000. That's what inflation would do. So you should know between 2020 and 2026, any form of investment that will make me rich, any form of asset that will make me rich, should have 2x at least what that margin has been. Your money needs to earn more than what inflation is doing. Another thing that will really help us in this 2026 is always have an emergency fund. Emergency funds are things you can easily convert to liquidity. And that's one of the reasons why I really love investment companies like FundQuest. You can convert a phone call in 24 hours, you get, your urgent 2K if there's a need for it. If you don't have emergency fund, your financial protection is at risk. And financial also help you protect yourself of investment. You give you peace of mind. It also help you avoid bad debts. Oh, I'm broke. I don't need it. You have to go to all these loan apps. Before you know it, it's already affecting your credit rating. They're sending text message to all your contacts, family and friends that, oh, you're a debtor, you're a thief, and all that. Having an emergency fund that or an asset or a form of investment that you can quickly convert to liquidity. What do I mean by liquidity? Quickly convert to money. Is urgent, maybe an urgent medical care or a urgent situation at home that you can easily and quickly convert to money. Next, let's look at this. Somebody call it credit, we call it loan. Is it a friend or an enemy? It depends on the angle that you are. But one thing you should know is never borrow to consume. Never borrow to consume. Always borrow to produce. So if I'm going to come to FundQuest for a form of loan, I'm going to use it to produce. Even if I'm going to use it to buy a car, I know that the value I'm going to get from that car is going to exceed what I'm going to use to pay my returns. Value that I get must always exceed the interest that I'm paying. Whether you're doing it to build a house, you're doing it to up your lifestyle, I can also use it to buy a Gucci bag. Trust me. But the value you get or the contract you get from where you take those Gucci bags to create an impression must exceed the interest you pay on this thing. So trust me, getting a loan or using it, it is not a bad thing. It is not an enemy. You just must use it to produce. And always have this mentality. Urgent 2K mentality will destroy your credit. Oh, you just want to borrow. You just want to borrow. It will always destroy your credit. But you must always borrow to produce. Let's now wrap it up and let's bring everything to a close quickly. No one builds wealth alone. No one builds wealth alone. This is where you need mentors, financial advisors. And when I was going in my career, one of the things that helped me easily is working with experts in this industry, where they'll be able to tell you the right things to do, the pitfalls, the mistake they've made, you will avoid it. We have people that have even invested in crypto. They will tell you, oh, if you're going into crypto, these are the kind of things you should look out for. If you're going to shares, which is one thing I learned from my father, I read the stock market every day. Oh, I've bought shares in First Bank or I bought in GT Bank. I will continue to monitor every day. Have mentors. Work with trusted institutions. We have trusted institutions like FundQuest, partner with them. These are people that they have credibility in the market, and that credibility is over several years. They are trusted. You know that they're well regulated and no issues with them. Community support. This is another fantastic thing that you need to bring into play. For 2026, there's nothing wrong in cutting your coat oversized this year, trust me. But you must build a system to carry that coat that is oversized for you. Let me wrap up by saying one thing I learned from Dr. Bisioni said the decisions you make in your 20s and 30s will be the consequences that you live with when you are 40s and above. This speaks both to your financials, this speaks to your health, this speaks to your lifestyle. Anything you do when you're young, you started your career or you started your business as an entrepreneur, the consequence of close at this point. Thank you all. Bukola, over to you.
All right. Let's give it up for Mr. Wololani in the chat box. Let me see your emojis. Thank you, Mr. Wolola. It was a very insightful presentation, and I'm so glad that even I am a participant of this because this kind of knowledge is not something you just hear when you're walking by the road. You have to be somewhere. You have to be somewhere in this place for you to get this kind of initiative and wisdom. So thank you. Like I said earlier, we can always we can share our questions. Anybody that has questions, please drop your questions in the chat box because I know that this is not just all we came here for. Some of us came with anticipation that we have some questions for the panelists. I can see the questions coming in now. So we have one. Let me read it. So this is a question. Please, as I'm reading this, please also drop your questions while the panelists knows how to navigate through them. So it's well said that one of the means of income can no longer sustain average Nigerian. That is very true. I mean, they will tell you that don't rely on one source of income. So how can a staff be able to run another means of income without your boss being pissed that you have another thing? What will you advise both the employer and the employee?
This is interesting. Okay, trust me. Yes. I agree with you 100% that there's need for us to have multiple streams of income. And this is where I always advise people to have skills that you can leverage on. You understand? Skills that you can leverage on. How do I mean? Oh, you're good in designing. You can also design, oh, flyers, UI, UX. You're good with coding. You can do your gig by the side. But something I always advise my staff members, immediately your gig, your side gig or your side hustle begins to be a conflict of interest to your paid job, then there's a problem. You could be selling your wigs, you could be selling your bags, on WhatsApp, on Instagram, but immediately it becomes a conflict of interest. And conflict of interest could be for your time. It will also be for your TAT, turnaround time or deliverables given to you in the office, or even your own personal business. So having multiple stream of income is not a problem. Just know what skills you have, the skills that you know you are not sharpened, sharpen your skills, go for trainings, help yourself for the future. Get additional income, no problem. But immediately it becomes a conflict of interest. That's a big problem. I'll give you an example. I used to have a staff that works, we work remotely on certain days. And I observe on those days, she's always not available. Then a day I decided to set up a call and a video call and us to just check in. And guess what? She was in the market. On a work day. She was in the market. I'm like, this is totally unacceptable. You working remotely is to improve your efficiency. It's not for you to go do your side gig. When you have nothing to do on your core job, put your extra effort on your side gig. That's why we called it side gig. It's not your main income. So having multiples of income is fantastic, like I said, but ensure no conflict of interest with what pays you your primary income. Your primary income can be your salary and can be your entrepreneurial job that you're doing, whichever one. It's fantastic.
Thank you very much, sir. I hope that person has gotten the answer that they have been looking for. So please don't, like he said, conflict of interest. Don't let them get to each other. Deliver on both ends. So you don't have to let the other person even know that there's something else on the way. So our next question will go with what are some apps that we can use to invest, and what are some investment advice that you can give us, sir? And how can one handle black tax from family?
That's a three-in-one question. Number one, what are the apps? Trust me, I won't want to record. Maybe off this session, I might recommend for you, but do your due diligence. That's what I'll say. That's where mentorship comes into play. If I'm going to recommend any, I'll speak boldly and confidently 100% for FundQuest. You understand? When it comes to any form of investment, boldly and confidently 100%, I'll speak for them. You know, so when it comes to hubs, do your due diligence, and that's where mentorship comes in. Advise us, speak to them. Don't make the same mistake they've made. We have so many apps out there that will tell you, will give you fantastic interest rate, even monthly interest rates, and 6 months or 3 months down the line, both the app and the promoters of the app or the people behind it, they've disappeared and gone into three air. Is you and EFCC that will be looking for them in Cayman Island? You know that. So just do your due diligence on apps, but I can speak 100% for FrontQuest when it comes to investment. The second one, you spoke about black tax. Is that the second one?
Yes, sir, black tax.
So for black tax, like I said, please have a budget. Have a budget. I'm earning 1 million naira, or even if I'm earning 100,000. When I started my career, trust me, my first salary was 15,000. Very funny. My first salary was 15,000. I had a budget for it. This is how much that goes to black tax. This is how much that goes to savings. This is how much that goes to this. And I'll give it to you. And I'll make you understand that that is all I have to give. You just need to be strict about it. Have a budget. Be strict about it. And when it comes to black tax, because of the emotional blackmail, you also need to have a bit of emotional intelligence, how present and manage this situation. It's not a one size fits all. The way I would deal with my parents and my siblings might not be the way you deal with your parents and your siblings. For some people, you also need to guilt trip them. Oh, I don't have money to go to work tomorrow. I don't have anything to give you. You to guilt trip them. I need to have the eats. I've gone to offices money. It's balance it out. And for some people, you just have to tell them the way it is. So you need to know what works for you. But for black tax, have a budget, a certain percentage of your income that you are going to allocate to black tax. And once it's done, it's done. Be strict about it. The next phase is maybe your emergency funds. And your emergency funds is not what you'll be dipping your hands into every month, every week. The emergency fund is a life and death situation. If the situation is not a life and death, if you can wait for 2 weeks, let it wait. If not, you'll be in debt. Everybody has an urgent situation. We all need urgent 2K. But trust me, when you tell people, is your urgent 2K threatening? Is it life and death? It's not life and death. Wait now. Like, if you don't wait, you'll be the one in debt now. You'll be the one loan app will post your picture and post to all your contacts that you are. So let me quickly answer the third question. What's the third question? You are muted, Bukola.
All right. The third question was what are some investment advice that you can give us, sir?
Okay. Just like I said while I was presenting, ensure that whatsoever instrument, when I mean instrument now, irrespective of where you are investing, your returns are above the interest rates, above the inflation rate, I mean. Your form of investments must be above the inflation rate. And also look at what you have flair for. There are a lot of people that have flares in ownership of entities. So that means maybe you want to buy shares in a GT Bank or you want to buy in MTN. And fantastic. Dangote Refinery is also, coming into the markets for people to have shares among them. So why not? Those are form of, capital market and all those other forms of investment. So you need to know what you have flair for. Yours might be cryptocurrency. You understand? Yours also might also be real estate. It's not a one size, it's not a one size fit all. It's not a one size fit all. It's not a one size fit all. You might be real estate, but some people they have interest in owning assets and properties. For some people, they have interest in artwork, vintage artwork. Some people is wristwatch. All these are form of investment. For some people, is gold. You need to know what you have flair for, what interests you. But once you also do that, ensure these are things that you can easily convert to liquidity when you need to have your emergency funds. So it's not a standard or a one size fits all. And another fantastic options are more of the investment options from entities like FundQuest, like Blackboard, portfolio management, and all. You understand? So the options vary, but do your due diligence, understand what you have interest in, speak to advisors and mentors, and have proper form of returns above inflation in your investments.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. So where the questions are rolling in, and I'm seeing some very funny questions anyway. But let's just get on. So someone said, assuming I have 10 million naira, what kind of investment can I put my money into to get good returns in 6 months?
Take it to FundQuest.
Yes, it's very simple. Take it to
Take it
Fun
to
Quest.
FundQuest.
We
And I
do a lot
think
of investments, so
And I
of
think
course.
all the other options that I mentioned earlier too are available. You just need to invest in what you have fantastic knowledge of, what you understand end to end. So, Blackboard Asset Management is also a fantastic company with good portfolio managers. You know, you could also buy a property and in the next 6 months or a year, you sell it. So it's not one size fits all. If you have a 10 million naira, know what works for you and also your risk appetite. My risk appetite might not be yours. I can afford to put my entire 10 million in buying ownership in a company and I sell it in another 3 months. And I sell it in another 3 months. You understand? However, I sell it another 3 months. However, for another person, you just can't manage the anxiety. You understand? You can't manage the anxiety. So what you just need is a low risk, maybe a treasury bill or a form of portfolio managers like FundQuest that will give you what you need. You can people some people like form of investment that they can call their account officer every morning. Let me be sure you are still let me be sure you are still there. I have a staff member like I will call you in the morning. Good morning. You are still there. I'm here. Okay, we'll go again today. So just know what works for you. It's not a one size fits all. But if you talk to your, financial advisors, mentors, these people will be able to guide you appropriately. This is also done vis-a-vis what your risk appetite is and all.
Right.
Thank you,
Thank
Bukola.
you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. So Timmy, you have your answer. If you have 10 million, you're at the right place already. Fun because I work with the investment department, so I can assure you that if you have that 10 million, we are ready to grow your money for you. Even if you don't even have up to that 10 million, even if it's 1 million naira, you rest assured that your money is safe, your money will grow, and we are one of the best in the market. So, of course, 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion. FunQuest is the right place for you. Okay, so another question is for Chisom from Chisom. Chisom is a student or as a student who does not have a source of income yet, what is your advice to get ahead of the system and increase earning potential right now to build wealth? Chisom wants to build wealth. Mr. Wolola, how can we help Chisom?
Jason, what skills do you have? That would be my first question to you. What skills do you have? There are so many options you can use in building wealth. For example, even if you're a writer, you are a fantastic writer. Why don't you write, put it on platforms and monetize it? Put it on Twitter, put it on Instagram, let people come to your page, like, get comment, put them on YouTube, monetize it and make money. That's another option a lot of people don't look at. Oh, you're a very fantastic hairdresser. Why don't you make, and trust me, there are a lot of skilled work that we can do that we feel because of the nature of our country, we feel it's for low income earners. You will be surprised that you can brand hair making, brand tailoring, and you'll be making millions of naira. The likes of Sheyi Vibes and Sheyi Dash Taylor, TDA, and all of them tailoring. What they do is tailoring, but they've rebranded with the skills they have that they're not even the ones sewing anymore, and they are making millions of naira every month. So what skill do you have? Oh, the skills you have is cake making. You have social media to give you free adverts and free publicity. What you do, push it to the entire world. There are people that will pay for your service, but you must have something to do. There should be a skill that you have that you are monetizing, or a service that you're offering. I know students, I have students on my payroll that I only pay them because they do cleaning. Saturdays, they don't go to school and they earn rather than staying at home and doing nothing. She started with a cleaning job. Before you know, she started acquiring customers. Now she has she's a student but has employers that do cleaning for her. So you need to have a skill that you use, or you need to have a service that you use in earning income as a student. Whether you're a student or not a student, even for people that are earning income or you're earning salary or you're an entrepreneur, you must have a side gig. That your side gig, your skill, or the services that you offer will help you make money. Others is consultancy. I can talk, I can do MC, I can do DJ. There's so many things you can do. Just fine-tune your skill 100%, and trust me, people will pay for it. There's this quote in the Bible that says, please pardon me to use this. Show me a man that is diligent in his business and will stand before kings. You need to be diligent. I will not pay for a rough skill. I will not pay for a skill that is not well sharpened. It's sharpened, you are good. Oh, trust me, I'll pay for your service. I will definitely pay for your service.
All right, thank you. So the questions are still coming in. We cannot take all the questions now. So if you have other questions, if we are not unable to take your questions in, please send a mail to customer@fundquestnigeria.com, or you can check our Instagram or social media handles, and questions will be attended to. So just one more question to wrap up the day. So someone says that, how realistic is saving 20 to 50 of your income now that the economy has taken 110% of your income because of this malabroom government? And also, somebody says, how do one start investing when there's no huge savings and cost of things are on the rise? And somebody also said something about emergency funds. So, Mr. Walola, just help us wrap it up with this three. Thank you.
Okay, let me start with the second question that you asked, that when you don't have huge savings, how do you start investment? So Bukola will ask you, what's the threshold for me to begin to invest with FundQuest? That will answer that question.
Just 50,000 naira.
Fantastic. So that's also where we begin to make this mistake. A lot of time we think, oh, until I have millions of naira before I start investing. No. My first form of investment after I started my career was 100,000 naira. And as at then, how much was it? Because I actually saved some months of my salary to be able to start that investment. So trust me, starting an investment has nothing to do with how much you have saved. Start. Trust me, it's just for you to start. And to the first question of how realistic is it to save a percentage because of what the economy is, then I'll tell you, you are earning below what your skills should be getting. If you can't save a certain percentage of your salary, then that means you are earning below what is due to you. And don't expect to earn more if you are not giving value. Even if you are in paid employment, or you are in a business, or you are an entrepreneur, don't expect to earn more income if you're not giving value. The income you earn, or the salary you earn, or the revenue, everything is directly proportional to the value you give. And if you believe that you give more value than what you earn, then maybe you need to look at alternative jobs or alternative source of income. But trust me, you need to be able to save a significant portion of your salary every month. To emergency fund, you didn't ask a specific question, but what do you want me to speak to? in the
Okay,
emergency fund.
let's just take the last one that says, what high interest saving account can I put my emergency fund in? So let me answer that.
You
So
answer.
so it depends on how much your emergency fund is. So like we said, you can have an investment account and you have like three different reasons for that investment. So you can have tranche one, tranche two, tranche three. The first one can be for school, the second one can be for emergency fund, the third one can be for house rent. So it doesn't mean that because you have one investment here, that's all you can do here. You can always open as much as possible. So if I one person can even have 10 different accounts under one investment. Just invest as little as you can. Even your emergency fund can be in investments. Most of these investment houses, like FundQuest, if you need your money today, you will get it today. So what are we talking about? It's still emergency. God will not just allow us to see the emergency that will take our life. Anyway, thank you very much, Mr. Wolola. We really appreciate everything that you have said today. And I think everybody has one or two to take home. In fact, because of this, let's so to make Mr. Awolola know that we're attentive, please let us drop at least one line of what we learned today in the chat box so we can encourage Mr. Awolola. That's our form of appreciation. And you can also follow Mr. Awolola on his social media platform, which will be displayed or has been displayed earlier. If you check our platforms, you will see his LinkedIn profile, his Instagram, and so please let me know what you learned. In just a sentence, let me know what you learned. And also, I would like to also tell you more about FundQuest. You heard everything about investments, loans, leads, and business advisory. So FundQuest is ready to offer those services to you. We offer premium services, and we've been in business for over 13 years. We are licensed by CBN, and we are rated by Augusto and Co. So there's no reason for you to be scared that you are going to be scammed or you are going to fall into a trap or it's a Ponzi scheme. And our office is here at Dolphin Estate Ikoyi. So if you want to walk in, if you want to make a call, we are ready and always ready to take your questions, take your inquiries, and all of that. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate your response. I can see that we all learned something today, which is a very good thing. At least we know that our purpose here was not a waste. Yes, you don't borrow what you consume. Yes. Loan is for what? Producing, not consumption. You don't need to have enough to have enough. Praise. I'm feeling you there. Thank you. Our ESCOs are on this call, our ED and MD, they're here. So they would like to give us a little um, closing remark. So we have our MD, Abiodun Akinjayeju. Please, can you just give us a quick closing remark? MD, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Bukola. And Shola Wolola, I mean, we can't thank you enough for taking your time out to address us at this gathering this afternoon. Sure, we have learned quite a lot. I mean, from your synopsis of how to manage our budget, particularly on this black tax environment. I'm particularly affected by that black tax thing. I mean, it got to a stage. I mean, I'm a businessman, but when I see some phones coming to my some phone calls, I shudder to pick them because I know what is coming with so many things and all. Pressure of black tax people coming to you. I even asked a question on that platform whether I should stop buying this Ashwebi of 86,000 naira that I will have to go and sell with 12,000, and the women buy a bill of 6,000 and sell with 30,000 naira. These are things that actually take our money and our savings away, which we really need to guide against. But beyond that, really, is the fact that what doesn't get measured, I mean, doesn't get attention. We must be able to manage our finances. It's not how much you earn, but there's always money illusion. If you earn 50,000 naira now, the money increase to 200,000, the money illusion will come and it will fritter away in some unnecessary expenses. So, Shola, I mean, thanks you for your time. Thanks for this insight into how we can better manage our resources. Me, I benefited from this, and these black tax things, I just need more option of dealing with them because it's actually eats my own income too as well, just as it does to some other people. They say apple does not fall far away from the tree. I mean, Shola, I mean, we know, I mean, we had you here before, so we don't expect anything less. You've done justice to this assignment, and we thank you very much candidly. We can continue to hope we can continue to call on you whenever we have this option. I mean, things to do, and then you will answer us. So we thank you most candidly. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. It's an honor to get appreciations from you. Thank you for the lovely words, and I always look forward to every form of partnership and collaboration with FunQuest. I'm always home, and I'm always here, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you. I think our ED also has something to say. Yes, ED, you have.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much. I think we had a very great session today. The insights were something we need to get practical about. They are very germane things we need to lay our hands on. He says something which for me underlie the entire session we've had, that it's not about the amount of money you have. You are in financial crisis because there are other problems. When a person has a money problem, he surely has other problems. So there are other underlying problems that have to be decoded. So we've heard it, all the things he has shared with us today. So let's go and make it happen. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, ED and MD. Really appreciate that. So now we have heard, we have seen, we have. So what is next? So there's this prayer point when I'm praying. I always say that God, I don't want to be the hearer. I just don't want to be hearer. I want to be a doer. So we have heard. Now it's time to do the work. So I would expect that we send mails or DMs to our social media platforms. I would put it on the screen so you can connect with us via Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or mail. Just send a mail to customer@funquestnigeria.com with subject webinar next steps, and you might even get a promo or something. If it's really for investments, I'll be waiting for you people. Don't worry. I have special delicacies for anybody that comes for investment today. You have the time starts now. Okay. So thank you very much, Mr. Wolola. Thank you, our participants. We really appreciate our time here, and I'll be expecting our mails and DMs. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you have a lovely day. I hope to see you in the next webinar. Thank you. Bye, guys.